You have no idea how nervous I am driving along here in this beautiful car.
Yeah, this car is... It's nice though.
So, as a kid, which part of Norway are you from?
I'm from down south, so Oslo area, a little bit outside, like 20 minutes or so.
Okay. So, as a kid, growing up in that sort of area, what was it like?
I mean, perfect for me, like as loving sports since I was born. Obviously, having mom and dad as two sports persons, ex-basketball players, and having an older brother, it was a great environment to grow up in terms of possibilities and to play sports all the time. It was so many activities to do, and I was able to fully enjoy my spare time outside of school, playing with my friends, either it was basketball, football, or anything else. Obviously, we like winter sports as well, but I think I've been a little bit through each and every sport, but obviously mainly the football and basketball. But yeah, it's been great, like good place to grow up for sure, and that's where my main friends are from even to this day. And obviously later on I moved into Oslo, the city center, where I played for Vålerenga. But it's been fantastic for me, and nice neighborhood to grow up in, and a community which takes care of everyone. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You probably, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but because you won't have known anything different.
Yeah.
But did it feel like maybe it's in your DNA that you were always going to be a sports person because of, like you said, because of your mum and dad?
Yeah, obviously they played a massive role in that. And yeah, it was pretty early on. I mean, they understood and I understood that, it was either basketball or football for me, especially with my brother playing basketball. And obviously I got to play with him and his friends, and, see his youth when I was really young, So I got sort of not pushed into sports because I loved it, but it was just how it was going to be. And I loved it since, and, like even to this day, I love watching sports, no matter what it is, and to learn from everyone, and just see different talents and people compete.
Yeah, it's funny, if people ask about the players at our football club now, since I've come in, they'll say, they always mention about you and basketball. Are you bored about talking about that yet?
No, I haven't spoken about it so much. Obviously the lads have now and then a conversation about who's the best NBA player and who's the most, at the moment, the better one. But I don't join in too much. I'll leave them have that conversation. I'll just listen. But I watch a lot of NBA when I have time. Obviously with time zone I can't do it so much. And but I mean, I always loved it, and watching my brother play college basketball when I grew up, and go over to America and see him over there. That was big because college sports over there in general is massive.
Yeah. Who did he play for? Does he still play?
He doesn't really play anymore.
No.
I mean, now and then in Norway, I would probably say, like, it depends a little bit. Obviously work and the life after sports is the main priority now, but he played over there in Illinois, or he lived in Illinois and played for Northern Illinois University, so was there for 4 years, and we got to travel over for him for Christmas. And it's nice, obviously now the three of them travel over for me for Christmas and watch football, so it's sort of the same thing, even though it's a completely different sport.
Yeah. This lot are obsessed with, or it seemed they were obsessed with basketball. Everybody thought they were the best players ever. When we were in Portugal pre-season.
Yeah, we were at the same place, so obviously played at the same hoop in my pre-season. So I've seen some clips from Benson and the other lads. So yeah, I mean, I guess now one time.
So you won't have seen your teammates play basketball yet then either, will you? Just talked about it.
Yeah, I just talked about it, to be fair. I guess none of us are really good, but I should give them a good matchup if we ever have have a go.
There are several of them who think they are really good.
Classic that.
What are you a centre? What would be your position if you did play?
I would probably be like, I don't necessarily shoot the ball too well. The years I was supposed to like get a better technique for that. I'll probably play too much football and I didn't have time to focus on basketball. So like I just drive to the basket really and run past.
Smash everybody out the way.
And get in and get some boards and trying to be a little bit playmaker, create some open shots for some others.
Was there ever a moment when basketball could have been a thing, or was it always football for you?
Yes and no, because like obviously basketball is the main thing in our family and has been, but then again, as soon as I started playing football, and football is that much bigger in Norway than basketball, it was way more possibilities there, and even more professional, and the circumstances for me to go that route and achieve as most as possible. It was just better for me at that moment, and I probably felt I was come a little bit further in football, even though I enjoyed basketball. But I think it's helped me a lot, to do both of them, like in terms of footwork, and it's a different coordination needed in basketball.
Did it help, probably when you were growing up, that there were quite a lot of really good Norwegian players that were sort of certainly coming across the Premier League to play as well? Did football become even a bigger thing, shall we say, in Norway?
Yeah, obviously English football in Norway is massive. There's so many people part of either Man United or Liverpool or any of the top teams, supporter clubs, and English football was the first which was broadcasted on Norwegian TV, and a lot of parents have grown up seeing those teams, and the kids have followed after them. But when I was young, I really got into Spanish football, to be fair. I was fortunate enough to watch Pep's Barcelona, and even before then, because I probably watched a couple of games when I was 8-9 years old of Ronaldinho, and so I sort of got the end of his time at Barcelona, and then Messi came, obviously. So I've probably been quite a big Barcelona fan since I was very young, and I've been gone there with my dad a couple of times, or with my football team as a end of the season trip. So I've been loving every moment watching that. But obviously again, since Champions League and so on in European tournaments, I've also seen a lot of English teams play them as well.
Yeah. Have you ever been lucky enough to play at the new camp?
Unfortunately not, but obviously one day. But now it's getting rebuilt, isn't it? But it will be nice to see that when it pops up.
Yeah, it's some stadium, isn't it? Let's see if we can let this guy come past. No.
Tricky road there.
I know. I'm just gonna.
This is the most British, these roads,
isn't it? Oh, I've got a reverse thing there that you can see. That'll be a wall.
Oh, that was.
All right, we've got a camera up. We can see
it. But it was tight. It was precise.
Knew what it was doing. Yeah, when I turned left back there.
Yeah.
Didn't anticipate it being the most, as you said, the most English road you could possibly think. I mean, look at that view, though.
Yeah,
that's some view, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'll give it that. It feels a little bit like when you drive to the cabin in Norway. I mean, Easter or winter time or so. But even this is, this is different. How tight it is, and
You have no idea how nervous I am driving along here in this beautiful car.
Yeah, this car is. It's nice though. I mean, fits well on the road there.
It's like it was designed for it. Yeah. I'm panicking. That's it. Confident in the car. The car will tell us.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for an escape route now. But just wanted to show you the. Have you done much exploring? I don't suppose you've had a big chance to, have you, in this country?
I probably went out in Peak District now and then when I was in Sheffield under lockdown by myself, because I was pretty lost at that time. Just came to the UK and was there 3 months locked in and all by myself, and I thought, like, why not just get out and get some fresh air and see how it looks here. So I've obviously seen a lot throughout the 4 years, but not as much. I mean, footballer's life, you just normally go just to training and then spend time home, at least as a foreigner, when you don't have too much friends and family abroad. Yeah, I mean, it's been nice, and I think I have a good view over the whole UK now. Obviously playing in the Champ and for 2 years, and even in the Premier League, you travel across the country and get to see some bits here and there.
As far as, so say if, I don't suppose, given the fact that it seems like all you've seen is from a coach and football stadiums, but is there anywhere in the England or the UK or British Isles that you would like to go and see? Like touristy places or not?
Yeah, what's tourist place except like the big cities and stuff, though?
Well,
say, like,
depends
there
what
is
you like.
some, but
see, I'd always say go to the Lake District and go and see some of the big lakes up there, or
Brownhill was, he goes up there a few times now and then I've seen some pictures through him, and it looks very beautiful. So it looks like a cozy place to chill out and peaceful. So for sure, like, if it's time and occasion for it, yeah.
If you've got a holiday destination, you can go anywhere you like. The moon if you want to. We can sort that now.
Okay,
Maybe it's not the moon, but we can put you into space, I think, these days.
Yeah,
you pop up,
for sure.
land there, you can have a game of golf up there, or whatever it is that Neil Armstrong did all those years ago.
Yeah, if
he
that
did
was the package, 100%, I would go with. That would be a sick adventure.
Yeah.
For a day, at least.
Yeah. I don't think you can do it in a day, but let's presume for the sake of this chat that you do it.
Yeah.
But in the absence of that day trip to the moon,
yeah,
I'm not sure if I'd like to go to the moon or not. Where'd you go after that? What could be better? You're looking down at the entire planet, realising how inconsequential you are to everything. You're tiny compared to that. But you've not gone to the moon, so you've still got perspective where you're going on your holiday. Anywhere else you can go, all expenses paid.
I just prefer some nice warm weather where I can chill out and eat some good food and work out, and it's peaceful and chill, obviously.
Work out, did you say?
Yeah, like,
you're going on holiday.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you like to stay, like, I mean, depends what type of trip you go with. Do you go with the boys or do you go with the missus?
Well, it's your
like,
choice. It's your choice.
If I just chill out and lay there for like 10, 12 days, I'd probably like to work out, and then it's that type of holiday, there's so many hours to fill, so
that's why you're a professional sportsman, Sander.
Nah, but I don't say that just to like impress or anything, but I mean,
but that's what makes you the professional sports person. That's why you're always thinking like that.
But I think most football players would have done that if they got away for like
the good
10,
ones do.
Yeah.
The good ones do.
General.
So any particular place?
I haven't been to Maldives yet. Maldives, and people say that's the place to go, but again, like, how much time do you have in the winter time? But I mean, I even haven't been north in Norway, where there's incredible landscape, and you have beaches and mountains and everything, and my missus is from up there, and I haven't, I should make time for that in the summer rather than going to some classics place in Spain or Greece or whatever. But
see, this is because you're such a nice guy. You're not even I've just said you can go anywhere you want, anytime, whatever. No, and you're thinking of other people. That's why you're a good guy.
No, but I mean, I think that would have been a cool thing to see, and I mean, depends what you're looking for. I mean, I've been fortunate to see quite a lot.
What's the best place you've ever been to on your holiday?
I loved America as a kid, though. Obviously, traveling over to see my brother, and like, that's probably the most memorable vacations I've had. At Christmas time, just coming together over there and seeing him. Obviously, 8 years older than me, so we were quite a big gap.
In Illinois, this is.
Yeah.
So it'd be quite cold there around Christmas time, will it?
Yeah, it was very cold. You know, like Chicago. What do you call it? The wind
Chicago.
shield.
Windy City.
Yeah, Windy City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was freezing, but yeah, those experiences was great, and obviously everything feels bigger, and you know, everything from the arenas to how everything looks. You know, like the cities, the possibilities. I think that was spectacular. But obviously I've been on some good trips since then, but probably the usual football players spots like
Magaluf.
Nah, but
they don't go there anymore.
But you know, Marbella, Ibiza,
Puerto
Mykonos, and those type of places.
Lovely.
But when you've done it once, you sort of, you've seen it.
What are you eating?
What am I eating?
Yeah, you can eat anything you want. Let's pretend for a second you're not an elite athlete, and you can eat anything you like, or even if you are an elite athlete, but there's no dietary consequences. So you get all the enjoyment of the food, but you don't have to worry about fat content or calories or anything along those. Do you have to worry about those things? I presume you do.
Yeah, of course you do.
You have to look at everything.
Yeah.
Like all Ellie's lists at the training ground, our nutritionist.
Yeah,
She's very precise, isn't she, what you can and can't eat.
But yeah, it makes a huge difference on the food, so it's important to stay at it, but I also have a balanced relationship with it. But I don't know, I'm weak for a good steak, to be fair. Like, keep it just simple and clean, and you know, add a few dishes next to it.
How are you cooking it? How are you cooking the steak?
Excuse me, waiter. You ask a guy who don't cook too much though, but I'll have it medium. Like,
okay.
I'll have it medium.
Okay. And which cut do you want?
I mean, Wagyu is nice, but I sometimes
What is?
Wagyu. You know, you mean the steak?
Yeah. What?
The Wagyu one from Japan. You know, the very thin one.
Oh no, I don't know
that's
that.
Quite like, but that's like top of the line if I was going to go for something like that.
I want one of those now.
But I'd like a clean fillet steak. You know, like proper grass fed and good. You know, then I think it does its job.
And what, like you said, what you're having with it?
I'm easy, like some nice potatoes baked in the oven.
Not a baked potato. Do you mean like a roast potato?
Yeah, more like roast potato. Like the way you do it when you have a roast dinner. Yeah. And then you know, a good salad with bits and bobs there. And then I think you have a meal for me. To be fair, it doesn't need to be too fancy. But I mean, I like all like sushi. It's top. Italian food is obviously great. But again, like, it's the balance of it. Sometimes you prefer one to another, and it doesn't need to be.
Depends what mood you're in. Doesn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, and what you've had the day before, and so on.
What about a pudding? You're allowed a pudding if you want a pudding.
But do I go for a pudding if I allow something like that?
There's always space for pudding, no matter what you're eating.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what is pudding? Like,
pudding, it could be like, all I can think is really traditional bad for you puddings now. Yeah. You can have apple pie and ice cream. You could have a nice cheesecake. Yeah. You could just have cheese and biscuits if you wanted, or you could have.
If I had to choose, it would have been like brownie or cheesecake or carrot cake. Those three, I think, is my choice there. But pudding, I mean, like, if I'm first gonna. That's Norwegian way of saying it. I don't know if it's right, but
no, it's not. I think it's a British thing, pudding, isn't it?
But if I was gonna have something nice, I don't know. Like, I don't say that's bad, but I don't think that's what my choice would have been. You know, that feels.
What would be a really Norwegian thing to eat then? If we do it,
we know for fish and salmon. I feel like then we sell salmon all over the world.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, Sunday roast here is quite like. That contains a lot of the same things as in Norway, I would say. Yeah. You know, that looks like a very homely meal in Norway with the family as well. So
there's nothing particularly, if there's one Norwegian dish that you say, oh, you should have that. Nothing, just fish.
But my mom is Swedish, so she obviously made a lot of Swedish food when I grew up. Like, my probably favorite dish like that is from IKEA. You know, like meatballs and that type of and you know the sauce there and the potatoes. You know, that's been a classic since I was young.
So what you're saying is, despite all that conversation about all those nice foods, we can just take to IKEA, as they say now, and just give you some meatballs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm easy. Like whatever, you know. I think that's a very good meal.
Yeah, you'd be
And
liked in our
I've had
house.
it a lot since I was young.
Well, there you go. That's where we'll go then.
Yeah.
And while you're there, you can get some flat pack furniture.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
You mentioned about lockdown before and COVID.
Yeah.
Because you were one of the first people from the outside world that I spoke to. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I remember it actually. Sitting on the kitchen table and on Zoom or whatever it was.
Yeah. It was, and I think we stayed on for a bit longer than we normally might have done because I don't think either of us had particularly many people to talk to,
It was
did
probably
we?
nice to just have a chat, yeah.
So how was that time for you then? Because as you said, you'd just come over. I seem to remember you'd said, were you on a 3rd floor flat or something like that? Or
Yeah, 3rd floor flat, yeah, correct, yeah. Very small, tight space.
You couldn't get out, you didn't know anybody around there. You weren't even going into training at first, were you?
Not for like, what was it, at least over 2 months.
Yeah.
I just came and obviously a big transition. I was a young boy at that time, I would say like 21 years old, a big change coming into the British dressing room and, you know, getting used to everything and obviously coming with some pressure at that time being, you know, with the transfer value I had then coming from Belgium and, you know, I had to deal with a lot of things. And then obviously COVID came and the lads were great, but at that time obviously we couldn't see each other. And I felt like I was a little bit struggling to adapt to everything and everything was new. And then getting those 70, 80 days by myself in that flat was tough at that time, you know. Looking back at it now, it obviously made me a lot stronger and I used to break well because I think when I came back from it after, you know, I got a different perspective on it and I looked stronger, faster, better now. I've had time to reflect on things, but obviously like struggling to no curtains in like I came by myself and nothing was open, so like no curtains, like didn't sleep much and you know just had to work out and hopefully it'll make the day go by itself. But yeah, it was a tough time for sure, but I mean through tough times that builds character and I guess like it helped me getting a break from everything and building me up for what was coming later on. So I mean some positives in it was probably the season got extended a little bit because it was difficult to just go straight from the Belgium league straight into playing the Premier League like that.
Yeah. What did you feel I mean, I suppose even now, you know, like at the time, everybody seemed to watch. You probably watched that Michael Jordan documentary about 100 times.
That was
everybody seemed to watch that.
Yeah, that was the one documentary I watched, and that was very cool.
It was very cool. What do you do now then when you get any spare time? Not that you get much spare time, but when you do, what do you like to do to relax or take your brain away for a while?
What do I do? Like, again, like, depends if I have my missus here or not, but I mean, if I FaceTime my family back home, you know, sometimes I can play a little bit of PlayStation with them.
What's the game of choice?
I'd probably still go with Fortnite, to be fair.
Yeah?
Well, because, you know, that's
do you have the headphone things?
But it's been mainly for speaking with them and, you know, having a chat and, you know, keeping updated about how everyone is doing and just switch off a little bit or just watch some TV series or any movies and then, you know, spend time with my missus, or most of the time if I don't do that, I'll probably hang out with Erling.
Okay. How's he? Are you both sort of learning off each other? Because he's came across at a similar age to when you came across here as well.
Yeah,
correct. That must be quite nice. So you'd sort of take him under your wing a little bit? Or does he not need that?
No, he probably doesn't need that. No,
I get that impression as well.
At the moment when I have been in the national team and he came, got called up for the first time, I felt a little bit like that. You know, I was probably one of the few young lads, and it's, you know, normal that you then take the other young lads who comes in underneath your wing, and then I just felt we clicked from day one then. And since then we've shared a lot of memories and been on some holidays together, and you know, we go out to eat and we have a very like nice and friendly...
To IKEA?
No, I haven't been to IKEA. No. But yeah, he's class.
Good.
It's good banter, and he's one hell of a lad to spend time with, and yeah, we just have a good time, and obviously it's nice to see everything he achieves.
And do you speak in your native tongue when you
yeah, like Norwegian, yeah.
Can you teach me some?
Yeah, depends what you want to know, but yeah, I can teach you.
If we've got 3 phrases maybe that I need to know.
3 phrases. Hei, hvordan går det?
Hei, hvordan går det?
Ja, hei, hvordan går det?
Går det.
That's like, hi, how are you?
Okay. Hei, hvordan går det?
Yeah,
Will that do?
Well, that sound very
I've got
English
very Lancashire.
American. Yeah, but everyone
accent.
says it the same way. But I thought you did quite well there.
Thanks.
What else we got? Tusen takk is key.
Tusen takk.
Yes, thank you.
Tusen takk.
Our language sounds mad when you guys speak it. Like,
but every time I speak, I'm trying to learn some French for the lads who speak French as well, and they just laugh at me because it just all comes out in Lancashire. Tusen takk.
Tusen takk, yeah, and God jul will be fitting, like, will be good to say soon. God jul.
God jul.
That's Merry Christmas.
Okay, God jul. Okay, well that leads us then, I suppose, if we'll just turn up here to, because we are coming up to Christmas.
Yeah.
So how do you celebrate Christmas?
We celebrate normally the 24th. So that's like where...
Back home everybody would, or you because you normally play in and you need to be in training?
No, everyone would do that back home,
okay.
24th. But we'll still meet each other on the 25th and 26th and so on. But yeah, like all the gifts and the big dinner, that's on the 24th in the evening. What
is the Norwegian Christmas dinner?
I hadn't had that in 6-7 years because we haven't brought that over here or even
but
to
what
Belgium.
What would they have?
It's called ribbe and pinnekjøtt. That's the best way I can explain it, but it's...
well, thank you, that's much clearer.
Yeah. I don't know
and what does that mean?
is. I don't know what that is in English, but I mean, just look at a Sunday roast and think not too far away from that.
Okay, so it's essentially what you were saying before, isn't it? It's not a million miles away, that's good.
Yeah. And then,
do you have rubbish traditions like crackers?
I don't know if you've had too many crackers, but obviously I celebrated Christmas at George Baldock, my ex-teammate's house or apartment back then, and then the crackers were all over it, and you know, I've got used to a little bit English traditions.
See, I think crackers are rubbish, and I get shouted down in my house for saying that. If crackers were as good as everybody says they are, they wouldn't just be at Christmas time. You'd have them all the time, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Rubbish hats, awful jokes.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not too sure about that.
So you celebrate 25th, yeah?
Yes, that Christmas Day is, although our tree has gone up. I mean, when this goes out, everybody's tree will start to go up. Ours went out yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I should probably put it up about now.
Big tree, little tree? Have you got a tree?
I have one from my previous home, actually, which I've taken with me. But I mean, I guess maybe it comes up when my missus is back, or...
It's a thing to do together.
Yeah, like I can't see myself coming home 5 o'clock and...
going, I'll do today.
Yeah, like I don't think that would make it, you know, I'll still enjoy my evening the same without it.
And here's another one as well. And I've asked this question 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I asked you on the day that you signed for Burnley as well, subsequently to that.
Yeah.
And I know you don't care, but you know what I'm going to ask you, don't you? Talking about speaking in Norwegian.
Yeah.
And the way you pronounce certain things.
Okay, we're back to the name, yeah. I've seen there's some people still don't.
Because I know how you say it in Norway.
Yeah.
And I also know, because as I said, every time I've ever interviewed you in previous lives, you've gone, you're not really,
no,
you're not too fussed, are you?
Yeah.
But back in Norway, it's SANDER BERGE.
Yeah, SANDER BERGE.
SANDER de Berge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's still Lancashire
I'll
accent,
take it,
isn't it? You don't like the Lancashire accent.
It's very
If
straightforward.
I start trying to do a Norwegian accent, though, you slaughter me for that as well.
No, I like that you're trying, but it's SANDER BERGE.
SANDER
BERGE.
BERGE.
Yeah.
Berge.
Yeah,
Berge.
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 But I think it just sounds more good in English when people say BERGE. It's easier for them, and I don't mind. I mean, if they say the name like that or another,
This probably comes back to that song, doesn't it? I think
Yeah,
that
that song obviously.
Sand-
I don't know. It didn't went viral, but it was a good song.
Yeah, I know. I think it pretty did. I think everybody. In fact, we should. In fact, just get around it now. I'll put them into here. Because it's ironic because this car is also electric.
Yeah.
That our friends at Vertu
True.
have given us. So maybe
True.
we should put it on to drive down to the
Yeah.
final thing. Hey Siri, play "She's Electric" by Oasis.
Here's She's Electric by Oasis on Spotify.
That's solid.
There you go. Are you fed up with this song yet? Are you all right with it?
No, I'm cool with it. Obviously, it says playing in Europe with SANDER BERGE, and we got it relegated, so it's probably not
No.
probably not the most spot on song, but that was the following year though, and a 7-month injury was tough then, but it's a good song, and obviously that was special.
I seem to remember, and it was at this point that my missus said, just leave him alone. I ended up getting my record collection out for you at this point. I'm showing my entire Oasis collection. But you're all right. You're all right with this being your song, other than, as you say, maybe we'll have a tweak of the lyrics. And
Yeah,
stuff
they've
like
tweaked
that.
it 100 times, I guess. Obviously, they went back to we're playing in the Premier League next season and stuff. So it's been changed, and it's easily to change. But yeah, it's been a good song, and that was special, that first moment in the Premier League when they sang that.
Yeah. I'll pause that now then as well.
I think they made it on the day I signed, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's the kind of guy you are. Just that. What song? If we were doing karaoke, do you ever do karaoke? Is that your thing?
I sang Wonderwall though when we won the league in Belgium with Genk, with my Joachim Mele, who plays for Denmark. So back then that was probably it. Which song did I sing here?
Have you done an initiation
Yeah,
song?
I did it before the Bournemouth game in the hotel. I think it was Sweet Caroline.
Right. How does that go?
Yeah, that's
When it begins. I presume you had your phone out reading the lyrics, did you?
Yeah, I had lyrics, to be fair. I was afraid of choking, so. But it takes a little bit away the moment when you use your phone, so I was a little bit doubting. But I got, in the moment I had to go up, so rather just wanna finish it there.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it? No, it doesn't sound like you did it?
Nah, to be fair, I didn't mind it, but it was, we're not great at singing. It's only those 5 to 10 seconds of singing. What have I been doing here?
Don't. No. God.
Connor, legend.
Does it feel like you've settled in here?
Oh yeah, massively. Been great since the first day. Obviously, a big learning curve and getting used to everyone and playing in the Premier League again, and a different view of football and how we want to play and together and all that. But yeah, it's been great, and it's a great club in terms of everyone making sure that the players getting involved and feeling like home, and make it comfortable for them, same as we demand a lot, you know, it's
Yeah.
big and long days at work, but you see that it helps everyone, and it's a huge developing process. But I think it's a very good club, you know, down to earth, humble, hardworking mentality, and that suits me and the rest of the lads. And it's a great dressing room, and you know, I really enjoy it. And I think each week gone by, I've settled more and more, and now it feels like I've been there a longer time than I have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Right, well, there you go. You can get back to your normal car share tomorrow. Always a
mate.
pleasure. Never
Same
a
to you.
chore.
Thank you. That was Luca. Luca was doing this, wasn't
Yes, he was, yeah. I couldn't work out how to use the doors with Luca.
he? Doors.
So it wasn't this one. So we literally couldn't open the door. So we had to wind the window down and him lean in and... Do you want me to do that? You've done it. Right, all the best at training.
Cheers, mate.
I'll sort that out for you.
I'll think I have my phone here.
Oh dear, well you best take it then. Thanks again. See you soon. What a nice guy. Thanks Vertu for the loan of the car. It's very nice, and even better, it's environmentally friendly, isn't it? Because just like SANDER, there we go, it's electric.